The fishing village of Ao Bay had always lived by the sea. The ocean fed the people, shaped their lives, and sometimes tested their courage. Among the fishermen was a young man named Samuel. Samuel had grown up listening to his father speak about faith. His father often said, "Faith is trusting God even when the sea is rough and the shore cannot be seen." But Samuel had never truly understood those words. Not until the night the storm came. It began as an ordinary evening. The sky was calm, and the fishermen sailed out as usual. Samuel and 3 other men pushed their wooden boat into the dark water, their lantern flickering softly against the gentle waves. But far beyond the horizon, clouds were gathering. Within an hour, the wind changed. The sea that had been calm began to rise. Waves slapped against the sides of the boat with increasing force. The lantern swung wildly as thunder cracked across the sky. "Turn back," one of the men shouted. Samuel gripped the oars, his heart pounding. Rain began to fall in heavy sheets, blurring the shore lights in the distance. Then a massive wave crashed into the boat. Water poured inside. Fear spread through the men like fire. "We're going to sink," another fisherman cried. Samuel's hands trembled. His mind raced with terrifying thoughts, his mother waiting at home, the dark water below, the terrible possibility that he might never see morning. Fear shouted loudly inside him, "You won't survive this." Another wave slammed into the boat, nearly knocking Samuel overboard. In that moment, Samuel remembered something his father once told him during a much smaller storm. "Fear speaks loudly," his father had said, "but faith whispers. You must choose which voice to follow." Samuel closed his eyes for a moment despite the chaos around him. He whispered a simple prayer. "God, help us." Nothing magical happened immediately. The storm did not suddenly disappear. The waves still roared and the rain still poured down. But something inside Samuel changed. His breathing slowed. His thoughts cleared. Instead of panic, determination filled his heart. "Start bailing the water," Samuel shouted to the others. The men hesitated for a second, surprised by his calm voice. "Now," he yelled. They grabbed buckets and began throwing water back into the sea. Samuel focused on steering the boat against the waves instead of fighting them blindly. Minute by minute, they struggled. Fear was still there. It had not vanished. But faith kept Samuel moving forward. After what felt like hours, the storm slowly weakened. The wind softened. The waves settled into smaller swells. At last, the faint lights of Ao Bay appeared through the mist. The boat reached the shore just before dawn. The exhausted fisherman collapsed onto the sand, breathing heavily. Samuel looked back at the sea. Only gentle waves moved across its surface now, as if the storm had never existed. One of the men shook his head. "I thought we were finished tonight," he said. Samuel nodded quietly. "So did I." He realized something important in that moment. Faith is not the absence of fear. Fear will always come, especially in life's storms. The real battle is deciding which one will guide your actions. That night, Samuel understood what his father meant. Fear had shouted, but faith had been the voice that led him home.